So anyone has any queries on the portions done till now, the Z test and the T test? If you have to calculate the mean, everyone is comfortable using those formulas, right? Because I'm going to add one more formula today, which is with respect to the population proportion. Okay. So if you have any queries, please put that in the chat window. So once we complete the topic for today, then I'll go through all your queries and answer them. Okay. So for today, we are going to see what is the formula for calculation of confidence interval for population proportion. So whatever we have seen till now is for calculation of population mean with respect to the Z test when the standard deviation is given to you, and T test when the population standard deviation is not given to you, but sample standard deviation is given to you. So that is what we have seen till now. Everything is related to population mean. Here we are going to calculate it for population proportion. So there is a difference in the formulas as well. The structure is almost the same, like x bar minus z alpha by 2 into the standard deviation by square root of n. So, and upper limit is x bar plus the margin of error. Likewise, in this particular population proportion as well, just one second. So similar to the formula that we have seen for population mean, here also it is p hat minus margin of error for lower limit and p hat plus margin of error for upper limit. So the formula after z alpha by 2, instead of writing standard deviation sigma or small s by square root of n, here we are putting square root of p hat into 1 minus t hat by n. So you need to remember this part exactly for calculating your margin of error and then adding it with your p hat. Now, what is this p hat? P hat is your sample proportion. So wherever we see, it will be consisting of population mean, sample mean, or population proportion, sample proportion. Likewise, here also, this p hat is referring to your sample proportion. So if your sample proportion is specified, value specified in the question, then you will make use of it. Otherwise, you will have to calculate. And n obviously is the sample size. So this is the formula that we'll be using, and the problem that we'll be trying to solve is this one. A consultancy firm surveyed a randomly selected set of 210 CEOs of fast-growing small companies in US and Europe. So this is the, you can say, the total population of CEOs of fast-growing small companies in the US and Europe. Out of this 210 CEOs, only 51% of the executives. So here we are not referring to only 51 of these executives. We are not referring to any number. Instead, we are referring to a proportion or a percentage out of these total 210 CEOs of fast growing small companies. So that is why here we will make the use of population proportion formula. So only 51% of the total 210 CEOs had a management succession plan in place, which means to say that if due to any situation they have to leave the organization or they fall sick and they cannot carry forward, they have a kind of a replacement in order to fill their vacant position. That is what you mean by management succession plan. So replacement for any vacant spot in higher positions in the organization. So the remaining CEOs did not have this plan in place. So you have to use 90% confidence interval to estimate the proportion of all fast-growing small companies that have the management succession plan. So you need to identify what is the proportion, what is the range of proportion between which with 90% confidence interval that you're sure that these fast growing small companies have the management succession plan in place. So this is the question which we'll be trying to solve in Excel. If you have clearly understood this, then I'll give you another example, a question to solve. If you're able to solve that, which will show that you are clear with the concept. Okay. Just let me share my Excel sheet. So my Excel file is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the same question, okay, which I have just showed you on the PowerPoint. And this is the formula that we'll be using. So since this is the first problem in population proportion, I have put the formula also over here. Now the first task is we have to know what exactly is given in our question. And on that only we will then calculate the upper limit and the lower limit, for which we need to calculate these two. So for calculating these two, we need to know all these. This population proportion is what we have to find. So if you can see, estimate the proportion of all fast growing small companies. So it is talking with respect to the population proportion. So that is a question mark for us. Now P hat. P hat is the sample proportion. So sample proportion here is 51%. Okay. So we will write it as 0.51. Fine. Now why 51% is because why is it the sample proportion? Because out of the 210 CEOs, only 51% of the executives have this particular plan in place. So this is the total and this is the sample out of this. So that is why this P hat, which is the sample proportion, is 51%. You can write 51% here or you can write it as 0.51. Fine. Your N value is, that is your size, the total 210. Alpha value, what is your alpha value if it is 90% confidence interval? What should be your alpha value?
10%.
10%. Okay. So the remaining 10% is your alpha value, which is falling outside that confidence interval. Now you will have to calculate the Z alpha by 2. Please do not use confidence.norm over here, because now why I'm saying please do not use confidence.norm. Here you have this second input that you have to give is standard deviation. Standard deviation value is not given anywhere in the question. So please do not make use of this. Instead, please make use of norm.inv. Okay. Please make use of norm.inv function. Your probability is nothing but your alpha value. Your mean is 0. This is for a normal distribution. We are assuming it's a normal distribution. So we're just going to put mean and standard deviation as 0 and 1. Please do not use confidence.norm. If you put standard deviation 1, it will not give you the right answer. So that is why please make use of norm.inv function to calculate your Z alpha by. Fine. So this answer everyone is getting.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Now quickly calculate the margin of error. So once you know what is Z alpha by 2, you can calculate margin of error, similar fashion, right? So
can you just run through the Z alpha by 2 formula?
okay. Your Z alpha by 2 is norm.inv. You have to give 3 inputs. Your probability value, which is nothing but your alpha value, 10%. Then your mean value and standard deviation. Since it's a normal distribution, by default, your mean is 0 and standard deviation is 1. And please do not use confidence.norm. In that particular formula, your standard deviation, you need to calculate and then you need to put it. We do not have any information to calculate standard deviation. We cannot use that. Here, this formula can be used. This is your value. Now, margin of error, I hope everyone knows that this is the margin of error. This portion is the margin of error. So whatever formula you write over here, please write it according to this particular portion. Okay, please do not put standard deviation by square root of n. So absolute of z alpha by 2, which is this value, into square root of, since we have square root of p hat into 1 minus p hat by n. So square root of, you will write p hat is this value, into 1 minus p hat by n. Fine. So this should be your formula for your margin of error. Since we are using this population proportion formula, your margin of error formula is this. So accordingly, please write your margin of error formula. Absolute of whatever value you have calculated for z alpha by 2 into square root of p hat, which is 0.51, into 1 minus p hat by your n value. Click enter, you should get this value. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Now calculate your upper limit and your lower limit. You know what is your, this is a lower limit, this is your upper limit. You know what is this value, which is 0.04421. P hat is 0.51. Subtract it for lower limit, add it for upper limit. These values, everyone is getting? You got the question? In a simple random sample of 295 students, 59.4% of students agreed to a tuition increase to fund increased professor salaries. What is the 95% confidence interval for the proportion in the entire student body who would agree? So what are the informations which are given to you?
And we have n, p hat,
What is n
and
value?
295.
295, good. Then
Ma'am,
Confidence level.
p hat 0.
confidence level, okay, 95%. ठीक है, yes,
Ma'am, p hat 0.594.
very good. ये साहिल है क्या?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so p hat is 0.594. Okay, 59.4% को ये 0.594 कर रहे हैं हम. Okay, so your confidence interval is 95%. So what is your alpha value?
5%.
5%.
Okay, so ये सारे information you have. Calculate your z alpha by 2, your complete margin of error, and your upper limit and your lower limit quickly. Okay, once you are done, please let me know. Then I'll share it and I'll show the answers again. Okay. Your z alpha by 2 formula is this. Fine. You get your answer minus 1.96. Margin of error formula is this. Absolute of z alpha by 2 into square root of p hat into 1 minus p hat by n. Just select all these values. Click enter 0.056. Upper limit is p hat plus margin of error. Lower limit is p hat minus margin of error. So these should be your value. After this, please write the interpretation as we do always, that this is the limit between 53.79% and 65%. The students would agree for increasing their tuition fees such that they can fund the increased professors' salaries. Okay, so this is what is the limits between which the students would agree. So do not forget to write your interpretation. Just 1 second. Okay. So my screen is visible again.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
So I'm sharing one other question, which is a slightly different type in your population proportion. Here you need to calculate p hat. Okay, p hat का value यहाँ पे question में दिया हुआ नहीं है. You need to actually calculate the value for p hat. Then only you can proceed with your calculation for z alpha by 2 and all the other calculations. So let's see at this question. I've shared it in the chat room. So 510 people applied to the Bachelor's in Elementary Education program at Florida State College. Okay, so your N value is 510. Of those applicants, 57 were men. So we know that out of the 510 applicants, 57 were men. Find the 90% confidence interval of the true proportion of men who applied to the program. So we have to find the true proportion of men who had applied for this particular program. So between what limit and upper limit and lower limit, what is the values? So Swan, you can go on mute. Confidence interval is 90%, okay, and alpha value is 10%. So now tell me, how will you calculate your p hat, which is your sample proportion? If you know that 57 of the applicants were men, how would you calculate your p hat value? Any idea or any guess?
Can we calculate the percentage? मतलब 57 divided by 510 into 100.
So 57 by 510. We can by into 100. We get the percentage. Since we write in decimal places, I am just leaving it as 57 by 510. So this value which you get becomes your p hat value. Okay. So 57 by 510 you have to do to calculate your sample proportion, which is your p hat. Please do not use 57 directly over here. You will get a very huge value for upper limit and your lower limit, and your answers will be totally wrong. Okay, so this thing you need to pay attention to while solving population proportion problems, as to what is given in the question and whether you need to calculate the p hat value or not. Okay, so यहाँ पे you calculate, you get your p hat. Now whatever calculation we have to do for z alpha by 2 remains the same. So you will use norm dot inv function, probability, comma 0, comma 1.
We don't need to do byte.
Okay. Absolute of this. So your value will be this. Fine. So these should be your value. So there's a difference between the first two questions we have solved and this question we have solved. There's a difference. Okay. In the earlier two problems, we didn't have to calculate p hat. It was already given to us. We just used that and calculated all the four values which are required. But in this particular question, you need to calculate the value of p hat and then proceed with your calculation. So is everyone clear with this? Anyone has any queries with respect to this particular problem or confusion? Okay, so a similar problem I'm giving you. This is the problem where 95% confidence interval for true population proportion using the following data. The number of trials n is 160 and number of events is 24. So you need to calculate the true population proportion. Okay, this is very similar to the problem which I have given, which we have solved just now. Calculate your p hat value and calculate all the other four values, z alpha by 2, margin of error, upper limit and lower limit. So that will be your last problem for today. And Swan will give me the answer along with the screenshot. If you are doing it on desktop or laptop, you will share your screen and show it to me. Is it clear, Swan? You're there?
Can you just show the answer of the previous question, margin of error?
Sorry?
The margin of error of the previous question.
Okay, I'll just show it. 1 second. Swan, are you there? Swan Mandal? Margin of error formula is this. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am, is it? Ma'am, but it's coming 036.
Z alpha by 2 is this only.
Yes, ma'am.
This is 0.112.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you just check कहाँ ब्रैकेट डाला है? एक बार क्रॉस चेक करना.